Young and Don Campbell. Let's meet the Hawaii Hilo starters. At forward for the Vulcans, number 2, a 6'3" sophomore from Port Orchard, Eric Watry. At forward, number 20, a 6'3" senior from Hilo, Hawaii, Brandon Baranobis. At center, number 10, a 6'8" junior from Auckland, New Zealand, Denham Brooke. At guard, number 3, a 6'1" senior from Port Orchard, Riley Callahan. And at guard, number 15, a 6'1" senior from Scottsdale, Arizona, Trey Ingram. And now fans, let's meet tonight's starting lineups for your Seattle Pacific Falcons. The Falcons are coached by Grant Lee, assisted by Keegan Bone, Matt Porton, and George Parker. Let's meet your SPU starters. At forward, number 2, a 6'5" junior from Maple Valley, Coleman Wooten. At forward, number 32, a 6'6" sophomore from Woodinville, Tony Miller. At center, number 3, a 6'8" junior from Boise, Idaho, Sam Simpson. At guard, number 10, a 5'9" junior from Yakima, Nikhil Lizotte. And at guard, number 33, a 6'5" sophomore from Wenatchee, Kevin Long.
And here we go for the final game of 4 this weekend in the Sodexo Tip-Off Classic. It's the SPU men and the Hawaii Hilo Vulcans going at it. Falcons come into this game 2-1 overall in the year, coming off a win last night against Concordia Irvine, 79-56. And the Vulcans are 1-3 on the season, coming off a loss to Central Washington yesterday, 79-84. So we're just about ready for the tip-off here. The Falcons are in the home whites, and they will be going from left to right on your screen in this half. Vulcans are in the red jerseys, and they will go from right to left. Falcons win the tip as Lizotte is the first to touch it. Our officials tonight are Toby Doolittle, Robert Grant, and Aaron Starkovich. Those are the officials. And getting knocked over here is Miller. Looked like by Baranobis, and we're going to get a foul called. And it is going to go on Baranobis, and that'll be his first personal foul. And the first team foul, obviously, of the half on the Vulcans. And Tony Miller to the line for 2, and the first shot on the way and no good. For the sophomore, second shot coming up here for Tony. And it's on the way, and it's good. And that'll make it 1-0. Falcons on the board first as Baranobis will inbound. And Randon Baranobis inbounds here to Riley Callahan. Callahan, the Port Orchard native, with the ball, bounces it to Baranobis, and he delivers it over to Denham Brooke. Brooke posting up. Now he goes over to Watry. Eric Watry delivering it to Baranobis, and they double dribbled with the ball as Baranobis tried to hand it off to Trey Ingram. So the Falcons get it back with 19:30 left in the first half. And now it will be Miller who will inbound here to Nikhil Lizotte, it looks like. We have some kind of stoppage, though, that they're concerned about. Now one of the referees is at the scorer's table trying to straighten things out. Grant Leap is also at the scorer's table, Falcon head coach. I do not know what this delay is about, though. This is, still haven't had any announcement as to what's going on, and now we're going to have a timeout here with 19:26 on the clock.
Dining services by Sodexo proudly supports SPU Athletics.
So apparently we have some technical difficulties here, and we'll straighten it out in just a minute.
Annually at SPU. provided over the PA system from 10 seconds down.
All right, well, we're underway again. Apparently, we had some problems with the shot clock, and we still have problems with the shot clock, so they're going to have to announce how many seconds left are on the shot clock over the PA system here. So we'll do what we can to while we work with that technical difficulty. Meanwhile, in transition, nice job here by Coleman Wooten as he delivers it to Sam Simpson, and the Falcons lead at 3-0 over Hawaii Hilo. Riley Callahan with the ball over to Trey Ingram, right side. Bouncer here to Brooke. Baranobis to Callahan. Now it's Brooke. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Watry with it. And now it's Brooke. Brooke coming in, going up, no good. Good defense there by Simpson inside. Now Wooten in transition. Wooten coming in. He's going to go over to Simpson. Top of the circle, ball goes out of bounds. Last touch off the Hilo Vulcans. So we continue on here as the Falcons inbound. Wooten over to Lazat. Lazat now to Wooten. And Wooten going over to Simpson, far side. Tries for three. Yeah, that's good from the right side. Good start for the Falcons. They lead at 6-0 over Hawaii Hilo. Callahan with the ball. Front court. Callahan over to Watry. Watry with it, left side. 6-0, Falcons lead. Baranobis with the ball now passes to Callahan. 15 seconds to shoot here and counting. And Brooke hands it off to Callahan. Now it's Watry for three, and that's good. So 6-3 now as Lazat takes it for the Falcons. Wooten with it. Wooten coming in, gives to Lazat. Lazat's going to bounce it to Miller. Miller heading to his left. Lost the ball, and I think we're going to get a foul here. Or no, this is going to be on the Falcons. I think Miller walked with the basketball, and so it's a turnover for SPU, and now Callahan takes it across the timeline. He gives it to Baranobis, and now he delivers it to Brooke. Brooke is going to head to his left, now give to Callahan. Callahan going right. Now he goes against Long, and he gives it to Baranobis. Less than 10 seconds to shoot. Actually, Baranobis kept it, didn't hand it to Watry, and now he misses the long-range shot. Rebound to Wooten. Wooten in transition against Callahan. Goes up, he's fouled hard. So foul here going on Callahan, and that's his first. Team's second foul of the half. So Coleman Wooten now going to the line. And he shoots two in the first shot. Up and no good this time. Wooten gets one more. Falcons still up 6-3. Second shot is good, so Coleman Wooten makes one of two from the free throw line. And we have a 7-3 contest. Falcons by 4. Ingram over to Callahan. Right side, Callahan against Long, juggling with the ball. Hangs on to it, though. And now he bounces inside. Brooke going up, and he makes it. So 7-5. Hawaii Hilo within 2. Denham Brooks scoring, and now it's Lazat in the front court. Lazat bounces here. Miller, no. Ball batted around, and it gets into the hands of Baranobis. Baranobis over to Riley Callahan, and Callahan delivers it over to Ingram. Trey Ingram left side against Lazat. Ingram kicks it out to Callahan for three, and he drains it home. Riley Callahan hits it, and it is 8-7 in favor of Hilo. So Hawaii Hilo, who started out down 6-0 in this game, now up 8-7. And now Simpson kicks it out to Miller, and that gets the Falcons the lead right back as he hits it from downtown. Tony Miller for 3. And it's 10-8. Callahan with it now. Callahan over to Watry. Watry heading from left to right. Finds Brook, and then hands it off to Callahan. 15 seconds to shoot and counting. Baranobis coming in along the baseline and stolen away by Wooten. Back the other way we go. Here comes Long. Goes up. Lays it in. Gavin Long scores, and it is 12-8. Falcons by 4, now Callahan. Riley Callahan looking back toward his head coach, G.E. Coleman, for instructions. And Callahan bounces it over to Ingram.
15.
Ingram going right. Reach-in foul here on Lazat, it looks like. Check the call, though. That would be the first foul on the Falcons in this half, if that's the case. And it is going to be the first foul on Lazat. So timeout on the floor with less than 16 minutes to play in the first half. Score is 12-8. Falcons ahead with 14:44 left till halftime. All right, ready to continue on here. 14:44 left until halftime. Falcons up 12-8 over the Hawaii Hilo Vulcans. And now Trey Ingram with it for Hilo. Ingram for 3, and it's no good, and the rebound going to Simpson. Back the other way, this is Braden Olson with the ball. Olson in the game for the first time, along with Streufert and Cavell. And now this is Long back to Simpson. Olson against Ingram. Now he goes to Long. Long going to the right. Now he gives to Simpson. Simpson has a chance to shoot for 3, and he hits it. Sam Simpson hits it from deep, and it's 15-8. Falcons by a touchdown and an extra point, as Riley Callahan takes it across the timeline, and a timeout will be called here on the floor. And now an official's timeout will be called. So we'll pause for just a moment. All right, following the officials' timeout, 14:15 left in the first half. We continue on here as Riley Callahan gets the inbounds off Eric Watry's hands, and now it's Ingram who passes it far side to Watry. And now this is going to be Callahan to Watry, working it right to Ingram, and now this is Howell. 10 seconds to shoot and counting. Johnson kicks out to Callahan, fakes, comes in for two, and that's no good, in and out. The assist would have gone to Devin Johnson, but he gets the rebound back. Kicks it out to Watry, and now Callahan. Fresh 30 seconds here for Hilo. They work it left to Watry. Callahan was the last one who passed it to him. Now it's Ingram. Over to Callahan, right side. Far side pass caught here by Watry. Ingram shoots it for three, and he hit it. Trey Ingram scores for three, and it's 15-11. Falcons up by 4. 13:27 left until the half. Stroyford with it. Over to Olsen. Over to Cavill. And now it's going to be Long, who missed it from underneath. And the rebound gets into the hands of Ingram. And now it's going to be Callahan to Johnson. Johnson trying to work inside along the baseline. Ball's batted away and picked off by Olsen. Olsen with it, trying to do it all by himself. Ball's poked free by Ingram. Ball goes out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to be Falcon ball still. And it will be Falcon ball.
Back in for SPU number 2, Coleman Wooten.
Coleman Wooten checks back in for the Falcons. Long takes a seat. By the way, we have a final from the SPU women's game tonight as the Falcons won against UC San Diego 65-59. Jordan McPhee scoring 21 points in that game. So congratulations to Julie Heisey and the SPU women. Olsen's floater's no good. Rebound to Ingram. Back the other way we go. Callahan to Ingram. Fakes. Comes in against Olsen. Goes right. Floats it up. No. Ball's batted around. And Callahan gets it, and he basically gets clipped from down below. So he tried to get the loose ball. Bodies were falling and flying all over the place. As Stroyford, with that clip, while going for the loose ball, if you want to call it a clip, that's going to be worthy enough of a foul, and that's going to be his first personal. Second team foul on the Falcons. Each side now with 2 fouls apiece as Watry inbounds, and he gets it over to Callahan. Callahan against Cavell, and now he gives it over to Howell. And now this is Will Burkhart with the ball for the first time. Number 12, and now he gives it to Watry, and now it's Howell. Ball passes tipped out of bounds by Miller. So now it's going to be Watry who will inbound. Watry going over to Johnson. And now it's going to be Callahan with it after getting it from Burkhart. And now the three-pointer on the way, and it's no good for Watry. And here comes Olsen to the other end. Olsen in transition. Passes it left. Wooten to Stroyford. Cavell, and now it is Olsen. Olsen to Miller for three, and Tony Miller couldn't get it. It went in and out. Rebound going to Devin Johnson. Back the other way now. Howell with it, Cameron Howell. Screen was set for him by Johnson. Now he just gives it to Johnson, and he lays it in with the right hand as he gets in between 2 defenders underneath, and it's 15-13. And now it's Cavell, and now it's Stroyford. Passes it inside. Miller, layup too strong, and the rebound going to Cavell, and Cavell is fouled. With 11:30 left in half number 1. Foul that time going on Will Burkhart, 5'10 freshman from Longview. And that's his first personal foul, 13th foul on Hilo. Timeout on the floor with 11:30 left until halftime. 15-13, Falcons ahead, back in a moment. Well, set to continue on here following the under 12-minute timeout. Score right now is 15-13, Falcons in the lead. 11:30 left till halftime. And Harry Cavell at the free throw line for the Falcons now. Makes the first of 2 free throws on the shooting foul. So Cavell on the scoreboard for the first time in this contest. And he's on the scoreboard again as he makes that second free throw. 17-13. Falcons by 4. Here's Callahan with the ball across the timeline against Cavell. Bouncer here to Howell, and now gets inside to Johnson against Stroyford. No good. Rebound into the hands of Burkhart, and now he'll just kick it out after struggling inside with it, and Howell misses the three-pointer in and out. Rebound to Stroyford. Here comes Lazat hustling in the front court, and he gets the finger roll to go in. Lazat showing off his speed there, and he makes it 19-13 Falcons. Callahan with the ball front court. He bounces to Howell. And now he gives it over to Johnson. Devin Johnson sauntering to the right, and now Callahan with it. 15 seconds and counting to go on the shot clock. That touch pass tipped out of bounds by Stroyford. So Hilo will inbound. And Hunter Eisenhower checks in the game for the first time. He comes in for Cavell.
Hunter Eisenhower. For Hilo, 15, Trey Ingram at 20. Brandon Baranobis.
Trey Ingram and Randon Baranobis check in for Hilo on the other side of the coin. And now it's going to be Johnson inside. Turn around right hand, no good. Out of bounds, last touch off Hilo. With the shot clock winding down to inside of 5 seconds.
And now for Hawaii Hilo, number 21, Cleo Kane.
And now Cleo Kane checks in for the first time for the Vulcans. And Tony Miller.
Back in number 10, Denham Brook.
Ready to inbound for the Falcons. Denham Brook also checking in for Hilo. And now Miller will go to Lazat to restart the action here. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left till halftime. Coleman Wooten with the ball. Heading to his right. Finds Stroyford. Over to Eisenhower to Stroyford. Bounces it toward Miller. He falls down. And this is going to be out of bounds off the Falcons. No foul as Miller just kind of slipped as he couldn't hang on to the ball. So the inbounds pass coming up here. Baranobis delivering it to Ingram. Trey Ingram. Front court. Gives it over to Kane. And he passes to Baranobis, and now Watry. Watry right corner against Wooten. He's going to bounce it here over to Ingram. Now gets to Baranobis, and now Baranobis driving left against Miller. Layup good with the right hand. 19-15 the score now. Less than 10 minutes to go till halftime. Lazat with it. Lazat passing it left. And now it's Eisenhower. They go to the corner with Stroyford. They try to go inside to Miller, but Baranobis got his hand on it, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Falcons 3, Sam Simpson, and 33, Gavin Long.
And now Sam Simpson and Gavin Long check in for the Falcons. Stroyford and Wooten take a seat. Inbounds pass coming up here. And it's going to go to Eisenhower, who shoots the three, and it's short. Rebound goes to Tony Miller, who flies in, turns away from the defender, and scores underneath. Nice job by Tony Miller inside along the high post, and it's 21-15 Falcons. Trey Ingram with the ball now. Passes right to Kane. Kane with it over to Brook, who then goes to Baranobis, and now he goes to Brook. 15 seconds left on the shot clock and counting. Watry driving right against Long. Less than 10 seconds now. Brook with it over to Baranobis. 4-3, no. And the rebound going to Lazat. Lazat into the front court. Finds Tony Miller. Miller dribbling with the right hand. Goes up, no good, off the side of the backboard. With a rebound to Simpson, and Simpson taps it in. And a timeout called here on the floor. With the Falcons up 23-15. Falcons getting some positive traction here as Hawaii Hilo calls the timeout. We'll be back in a moment. So following the 30-second timeout called by Hilo, the Falcons up 23-15 with 8:54 left until the half. Here's Riley Callahan. He gets the inbounds. Going up against Long. And now he bounces it to Watry. Watry over to Baranobis, and now it's Watry with it. Watry bounces it inside to Brook. Trying to turn and fire against Simpson, and he does as he scores from inside with the right hand.
Field goal for the Vulcans.
So it is 23-17 with 8:26 left until the half. Lizotte with it. Over to Simpson. Simpson finds Tony Miller. Miller driving in, knocks over Baranobis. Offensive foul's the call. Offensive foul on Miller. And that will be his first personal foul. Third on the Falcons overall. And now Trey Miller will check in for his brother Tony. So Trey in the game for the first time tonight. And the inbounds here going to Callahan. And Callahan saunters across the timeline. Bouncer here to Trey Ingram. And he goes to Watry. Watry heading to the right. Eric Watry delivering it over to Baranobis, who drives to the left. Can't make it. Miller's there with the rebound. Trey Miller hands it to Lizotte. And Lizotte driving left. Hands it to Simpson inside, and he scores. Nice work there by Lizotte. Great eye-hand coordination. Great vision. Great quick passing by him. Helps create the scoring opportunity for the Falcons. 25-17 the count now.
15 on the shot clock.
15 on the shot clock and counting. Here's Callahan heading to the left. And he fakes the pass right. Now he just hands it to Watry. Now he delivers it to Baranobis. They go inside to Brook. And he's going to get fouled underneath, I believe. Let's see what the call is.
Once again, a timeout on the court. It's Seattle Pacific 25.
May have just been a block out of bounds. Nope, it's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul on Lizotte. Akil Lizotte called for the foul, his second, 14 foul. 7:22 left in the first half. And the score right now, Falcons 25, Vulcans 17. Vulcans go to the free throw line when we come out of the timeout. All ready to pick up the action here with 7:22 left until the half. Score right now, 25-17. The SPU Falcons ahead of the Hawaii Hilo Vulcans. Denham Brook going to the free throw line for Hilo, and he shoots two. Following the shooting foul on Lizotte, and the first foul up and good for Brook, who came into this game shooting 13 of 18 from the free throw line this year, 72.2% in 4 regular season contests. Second shot on the way for Brook is going to be up and good. So that gets Hilo within 6, 25-19. And now Braden Olson checking in the game once again along with Tony Miller. And it's Olson to Miller on the pass. They go to the corner with Long, and now the pass is eventually delivered back to Olson. And now here comes Wooten. Wooten driving left, finds Trey Miller. Long to Wooten. In the corner, it's Long. And Long turns, fires left hand, no, gets it back. And he's going to kick it out to Tony Miller. Miller for three, no. And the rebound going to Coleman Wooten. And now Miller flies in, and Tony Miller tries for the slam dunk. And they will call a blocking foul here on Baranobis. That would have been a highlight slam if Miller could have thrown it in, but couldn't do it there. They called a blocking foul instead on Baranobis. So Randon Baranobis called for the foul. That's going to be his second. And it is the fourth team foul on Hilo in the half. So 4 fouls on the Falcons, 4 on the Vulcans. And off to the line is Tony Miller. 6 points for him so far. And he will shoot 2 shots. First shot on the way for Tony is up and no good. He missed it off the front. Second shot coming up here. And it's up and it's good for Miller. Came into this game shooting 12 of 18 from the free throw line in 3 games, 3 regular season games. So 2/3 of his free throws have been made prior to tonight. Callahan with it now. Over to Watry. Going against Wooten. And now he delivers it to Callahan. Callahan coming in. He goes to Brook. And now he hands it off to Watry. Shoots it from 3-point land. It's no good. And the rebound going to Trey Miller this time. Olsen with the ball now. Now it's Trey. Now it's going to be Wooten. Screen set by Trey. Driving right, Wooten going up. And he puts it in off the glass. Coleman Wooten puts it in, and the Falcons lead at 28-19. Riley Callahan with the ball now for the Vulcans as he takes it across the timeline. Callahan gets by Long. Now he goes over to Baranobis. And now left side Ingram. 15 seconds to shoot. Ingram delivers it to Brook. And now he gets it to Callahan. Less than 10 seconds to shoot now on the shot clock. And Brook throws it inside. He airballs it, and the rebound going to Long. Back the other way we go. Olsen throws it over to Wooten. Left side. 3-pointer. Good for Coleman Wooten. Wooten's got 6. And the Falcons lead at 31-19. They're gaining some forward traction here against Hawaii Hilo as we get closer and closer to halftime. Hilo calls a timeout. They have 2 remaining for the game. Falcons up 31-19. Back in a moment. Following the 30-second timeout by Hilo, 5:29 left till halftime. Score is 31-19 in favor of the Falcons. Trey Ingram with the ball now. Front court against Long. He gives it over to Watry. Watry out to Mike Golden in the game for the first time. Ingram over to Johnson. And Johnson's looking for a friend. He hands off to Watry. Less than 10 seconds to shoot. Watry throws it up. Not even close against Wooten. And the rebound going to Olsen. Here comes Wooten now in transition. Bouncer to Tony Miller. Layup up and good with the left hand off the glass. Tony Miller scores. And it is 33-19. Falcons by 14. A 2-touchdown lead for SPU. And now this is Ingram with the ball. Trey Ingram against Long. And now it's Ingram left side. Finding Johnson. Floats it up right side. No good from just about mid-range. Rebound to Wooten, and he's hit, and he's fouled. With 4.5 minutes to play till half. See if the fouls are going to get called on this time. It's going to go on Devin Johnson. That's his first. Team's 5th. So that's now 5 fouls on Hilo in this half. And 4 on the home team, SPU. Stroyford will inbound. He's going to go to Olsen now. Braden Olsen with the ball, crossing the timeline, gives it to Wooten. Wooten now. He's going to, screen set by Stroyford. Wooten is going to give it to Miller. Going for 3. No, it's short. Rebound going to Ingram. In transition now. Baranobis trying to beat Wooten to the basket. And Wooten hits Baranobis into that padded wall. Thankfully, it's padded behind the basket as the ball gets blocked. And this is going to be a foul. It's going to go on Wooten, and that's going to be his first. team foul number 5 on the Falcons. So each side with 5 fouls apiece in this half. And now it will be Baranobis who will go to the line, and he will shoot 2. Baranobis with 2 points so far tonight to his name. First shot on the way up, and it's going to go in. In and out, and then in again, and it's 33-20.
Back for Hilo, number 3, Riley Callahan.
Riley Callahan checks back in for Hilo. He steps in for Eric Watry. Second free throw coming up here for Mr. Baranobis. And it is up, and it is no good. In and out. Rebound going to Tony Miller. Back the other way we go. Olsen with it. He goes to Miller. Short pass left to Cavell. Now it's Stroifert. Back to Wooten for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Tony Miller near the baseline. Throws it over to Olsen. Olsen coming in, looking for 2. No good on the layup. Ball being balled around. And it's Baranobis who eventually comes away with it. So he hands it off to Callahan. Less than 4 minutes to play till halftime. Scores 33-20. Falcons ahead. 3:35 left until the half and counting. Callahan with the ball. 15 seconds to shoot and counting. Mike Golden with it.
10.
Over to Callahan. Callahan heading right. He's going to kick it out. Baranobis for 3. It's going to be short, and the rebound to Tony Miller. Olsen over to Cavell in transition. Hands it off. Wooten going up. He scores! Coleman Wooten puts it in, and it is 35-20. The Falcons ahead by 15. Callahan with the ball. Gives it over to Ingram. Ingram right side. 15 to shoot. And now it's Ingram after getting the handoff from Brook. He goes up, lays it in, got hit, no foul.
Field goal for
and it's a 13-point game, 35-22. Wooten left side. Wooten heading to his right, finds Cavell. Cavell against Callahan, driving left, going up with a floater, no good. But we're going to get a foul on the way up. With 2:37 left until the half. Foul this time will go on Hilo. It will go on Denhambrook, and that's his first personal. Team foul number 6 on Hilo. And timeout on the floor with 2:37 to play first half. 2 free throws coming up for the Falcons when we come back, and they lead it 35-22. Continuing on here, following the under 4-minute officials timeout, 2:37 left until halftime. Falcons up 35-22. Cavell will go to the line here, and the first shot on the way is no good off the front iron. And it is still 35-22. Cavell just 3 of 6 from the free throw line this season going into this game tonight. Second free throw on the way for him, and good though. And it is 36-22. 14-point contest, and now Callahan gets the inbounds. Callahan with it. Callahan bounces it over to Ingram. Ingram coming in, going up, and that was kind of blocked and short. Now Ingram gets it back and scores.
Once again,
so Trey Ingram somehow has that ball get back to him and finds a way to put it in. Cavell, that pass is picked off, intended for Wooten. Callahan took it away. Callahan Heading to his left, off a crossover. And that ball's poked away from Golden. Here comes Olsen, trying to beat two defenders. He gets the finger roll and the foul. Olsen went down hard, though, and hopefully he's okay. He's really shaken up as he gets up. And Olsen is going to need a minute or two at least. Bent over in pain, and you don't want to see that. So timeout for injury. right, so a couple things to straighten out here. The basket for Olsen was good. He left the game prior to the timeout because of an injury. May have hurt his arm or his shoulder or something like that. Either way, he got shaken up. And the foul was called on Baranobis, and that was his third. 7th-team foul. And apparently it was not a flagrant foul, so Wooten makes the free throw here for the Falcons, and with 1:40 and counting left till halftime, it's 39-24. Ingram misses from deep. Wooten gets the pass from Simpson after Simpson gets the rebound. Ball poked free from by Callahan. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch off the Falcons with 1:29 remaining.
Hawaii Hilo sub number 2, Eric Autry.
Don't know if I mentioned it already, but that was Baranobis' third personal foul when he fouled Olsen, and Olsen got hurt. 7 fouls on the Vulcans in this half, 5 on the Falcons. A minute 15 left in what's been a bit of a long first half because of a couple replay reviews and technical difficulties with the shot clock, and now the injury to Olsen. 3-pointer on the way here for Howell, and that's in and out, and the rebound going to Watry. Fresh 30 seconds here for the Vulcans. Less than a minute to play until halftime. And now Ingram over to Watry. Watry heading left. Watry to Ingram. 15 to shoot and counting. Callahan to Brook. Over to Ingram. Steps back against Lazat. Now he goes to Watry. Turn around, fade away against Wooten. No. The rebound to Tony Miller. Shot clock still on. About a 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here comes Lazat. Lazat looking back. And timeout called by the Falcons, and it's a good timeout for them to take. They can't take that 4th timeout with them into the second half, so may as well draw up a play here with 24.8 seconds to play on the game clock. This is more than likely going to be their last possession of the first half. So 39-24, Falcons ahead by 15, back in a flash. Continuing on here, 24.8 seconds left first half. Again, about a 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock for the Falcons to work with here. This is Lazat with the ball against Cowell, taking his time. Cavell over to Lazat, going for 3. It's short, and the ball goes out of bounds, and the last touch was off the Falcons. 3.6 to work with here for the Vulcans. Trey Miller will check in. Eisenhower will check in. Tony Miller and Cameron Wooten check out of the game. One last shot here for the Vulcans. Inbounds coming up here for Howell. He goes to Callahan. Callahan across the timeline. Counts if it goes, and it does not go in for him as he takes the running shot before halftime and bricks it. 39-24, Falcons well in control of the Vulcans of Hawaii Hilo. We'll take about a 12-minute timeout in our coverage, and then we'll come back for some SPU sports news, halftime stats, and also coverage of the second half between the Falcons and the Vulcans. So we'll see you in about 12 minutes or so. Well, we're a couple minutes away from starting the second half between the SPU Falcons and the Hawaii Hilo Vulcans. Tom Gionella here with you. 39-24, the Falcons on top of Hawaii Hilo as they look to go to 3-1 on the regular season and drop Hawaii Hilo to 1-4. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at some other SPU sports news. In volleyball, the Falcons were victorious in 5 sets on Thursday night at Western Oregon behind the 23 kills of Gabby Otto. They conclude the season tonight at Concordia, Portland, and a victory in that contest would secure a winning record for the SPU Spikers in their first season under coach Abby Wright. The women's basketball team is still undefeated after beating 16th ranked Azusa Pacific 80-69 last night. Jordan McPhee led the way with a career-high 30 points. And the Falcons played UC San Diego earlier tonight, and they also won that game 65-59. Jordan McPhee had another 21 points in that game tonight. The SPU women host their home opener on Wednesday at 5 o'clock against Biola, and we'll see you then here at Royal Brome Pavilion. And after tonight's game, the SPU men's basketball team hits the road for its next 5 games. That trip begins next weekend in Salt Lake City at the Westminster Thanksgiving Invitational. Your next chance to catch the Falcons at home is December the 28th at 7:30 against Western Washington. So come back to Brome on December 28th for that clash of Northwest basketball powers, SPU versus Western. Don't miss it. Take a look at some stats in the first half now for both teams. Hawaii Hilo was really cold from the field. They only shot 9 of 31 overall. 29% is what that amounted to, and they also shot 3 of 13 from three-point land, good for 23.1%, and they shot 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. And their leading scorer was Trey Ingram. He only got 7 points, and Denham Brook was second behind him with 6. Falcons shot a lot better in the first half. They went 14 of 27 from the field overall, good for 51.9%. They went 4 of 10 from three-point land and 7 of 11 from the free throw line. Leading scorers, Sam Simpson had 12 to lead the Falcons. Coleman Wooten, Tony Miller, each had 9 points for the Falcons. And Falcons also out-rebounded Hawaii Hilo 23-12. Falcons have led for 19 minutes, 31 seconds. Hawaii Hilo just 15 seconds. And Falcons also losing the turnover battle, but not by much. 6 turnovers for the Falcons, 4 for Hawaii Hilo. Not enough right now to make a difference in this score. So we're getting set to start the second half between the Falcons and Hawaii Hilo. Falcons, the home team on the scoreboard, in case you haven't figured it out by now. Hawaii Hilo, the visiting team. Hilo are in the red jerseys tonight. Falcons in the home whites. Hilo will go from left to right on your screen in the second half. Falcons will go from right to left. And we're getting set to begin here in half number 2. And Randon Baranobis set to inbound the ball for Hilo as we get underway again. And the Falcons looking for their 3rd win of the year. It would be their 3rd straight win. They won against Concordia of California last night, and on the 11th on Veterans Day, they beat Cal State East Bay. So underway again here for the second half. Denham Brook with the ball, posting up against Tony Miller. That shot no good from inside. Rebound to Simpson. Just hands it off to Lazat. Nikhil Lazat with the ball now. Lazat is going to look for a friend. He's going to find Long. Gavin Long heading to his left, trying to kick out to Tony Miller. Gets a handle on it. Now it's Coleman Wooten. Over to Long, and now it's Miller. Posting up. A whistle here as Baranobis goes down with 10 seconds on the shot clock, and they're going to call a double dribble here on Miller. So inbounds coming up here. Baranobis going to Callahan. Callahan, front court to Baranobis. And now it's going to be Ingram to Watry to Callahan. Baranobis to Callahan, heading left. And now he goes to Baranobis, shot from the right side of the free throw line. It's short. Rebound to Tony Miller. Back the other way we go. Lazat going for three, and it's good. Nikhil Lazat puts the Falcons on the scoreboard here in the second half, and they lead at 42-24. Lazat now with 5 points, and now Watry. Ingram with the ball right side. Being guarded by Lazat. Now it's going to be Brook to Watry, back to Brook. Posting up, turn around, no good. Ball back to him though, and Simpson tries to poke it free, and Simpson's going to get called for a foul. That will be the first on Simpson in the ball game and the first on the Falcons in the second half.
That's his first, and the first foul of the half.
Apparently they're going to call it a shooting foul as well. Interesting call there on the floor as Brook will go to the line, and Denham Brook, the 6'8 junior from Auckland, New Zealand, shoots two here, and the first shot on the way and good. So Brook now has 7 points. 42-25 right now. 42-25. Second shot no good. Rebound going to Tony Miller. Back the other way we go. Lazat takes it across the timeline. Gives it to Wooten. Wooten coming in, bounces inside, and there's the easy right-hand layup for Sam Simpson. And now here comes Callahan. Callahan over to Watry. Watry over to Ingram, and now he goes to Callahan. And Baranobis gave it over to Watry there. Now Baranobis over to Brook, and now a whistle here. And we are going to get a foul on the Falcons, and it's on Simpson again, and that's his second. Second team foul, the half, and Johnson back in the game now for the Vulcans, in the game for Brook. Inbounds pass coming up here. And they bounce it inside. Johnson with the easy right-hand layup. And that puts Hilo back within 17, 44-27. Hilo with a long ways to go here against the Falcons as Lazat takes it. Touch pass to Tony Miller. Turnaround shot as he posts up against Baranobis is good. And it's 46-27. Falcons by 19. Callahan. Front court against Long. Callahan bounces to Watry. Watry against Wooten. He's going to bounce it over to Johnson. Goes up, can't make it. Loose ball picked up by Baranobis underneath. He misses the follow-up layup, and the ball's batted over to Lazat. And in transition, he goes for three, and he made it. Nikhil Lazat hits it from deep, and the Falcons now up 49-27, 22-point advantage. Lazat has 8. Callahan with it. Left side, and now he goes to Ingram. Ingram going to the right, going up, and it's good. Nothing but net. Tony Miller now inbounds to Lazat. 49-29, 20-point game. Here's Lazat. Screen set by Miller, so that gives Lazat an opening for three. No good. Wooten trying to save it. He can't. So ball goes back to Hilo. 16:40 left, second half. Inbounds pass coming up here. It's going to go to Callahan. Riley Callahan with the ball. Callahan over to Trey Ingram. Ingram heading to the right. Just throws it over his shoulder to Baranobis, and now he gives it to Callahan. Over to Ingram. Ingram rotating to the middle. Now here's Baranobis. Spins around. Now he gives to Johnson. Johnson driving right, going up. Whistle here. Who's the foul going to be on? It's going to be on Simpson again. He didn't have his feet set, and Simpson now has 3 fouls in this half. So all 3 team fouls here in the second half have been on Simpson, and Simpson's probably going to come out of the game here in just a moment. First the free throw by Johnson. First of 2 for him, and it's no good off the back iron. So now Nathan Stroifert checks in for Simpson.
Number 30, Nathan Stroifert.
It's a tough half here for Simpson, as he's got to go to the bench to save himself from more foul trouble. Second free throw up and good here for Stroifert. And now the inbounds for Tony Miller. It's going to go to Lazat. Lazat coming across the timeline, hustling, He's going to give it to Long, and now over to Wooten. Wooten right side. Wooten driving left. Now he's going to give it to Miller. Miller for three, and Tony Miller drains it home, and he's got 14 points for the Falcons. Falcons up by 22. They're cruising along here against the Vulcans of Hawaii Hilo, trying to render the Vulcans winless in this Sodexo Tip-Off Classic. Vulcans lost to Central Washington yesterday. Baranobis with it. And almost a steal of a handoff there by Wooten, but it gets to Watry. And now here's Johnson inside. They go to the corner, and now it's going to be Baranobis for three, and he got it. Trey Ingram the assist. And now the inbounds will go to Long. Long thought about passing it to Lazat, but now Long will keep it himself, and he'll beat the double team near midcourt with a pass to Lazat. Now he goes to Wooten left corner. They try to poke it free, and they can't. Now they go to Miller right side. Miller driving in, goes up. Offensive foul's the call. As Watry draws the foul that time with 15:07 to play in the second half. So that foul's going to go on Miller, and that'll be his second overall, fourth of the half on the Falcons. Timeout on the floor with 15:07 to play in the second half. Falcons up by 19, 52-33. All right, back in action here with 15:07 left in the second half. Falcons up over Hawaii Hilo 52-33. And Riley Callahan with the ball. Hilo takes over on offense after the offensive foul on Tony Miller. And now it's going to be Watry with the ball over to Baranobis. And Johnson inside throws it up and in. As he posts up and makes it a 17-point game. And now Lazat met with a double team in the backcourt. Goes to Miller. They got to get it across the timeline in 10 seconds or less. They do with a second to spare with Lazat. And now Lazat will work the ball on offense for the Falcons. Lazat right side, screen set by Stroifert. Lazat heading to the left. Going up, floater is no good. Stroifert can't get the rebound. Out of bounds, last touch off Hilo. So the Falcons will inbound it, and they have a fresh 30 seconds to work with since that last ball went off the rim. Inbounds coming up here. Long will throw it to Lazat from the baseline underneath the basket. Goes to Stroifert, and now a stoppage. And I think we are going to get a foul here on the Vulcans, and it's going to go on Randon Baranobis, and that's his fourth. Team foul number 1.5 on the Vulcans, and Baranobis will head to the bench with those 4 fouls. Inbounds here, open is Lazat, and he gets the three-pointer to roll home. Nikhil Lazat, excuse me, makes the three-pointer there, and it's 55-35. Falcons on top. Watry. Over to Howell. Ingram has a hard time with the pass, but he gets it to Callahan, and Callahan for 3, and he makes it. Riley Callahan drains it from the right side, and it's 55-38. That gets Hilo within 17. Still a long ways to go as Lazat takes it. Lazat left side. Trying to move quickly against Ingram. Now he goes to Miller. Miller inside Stroyford, and that ball poked away from him, and we're going to get a foul. A foul on Hilo, that's their second of the half.
Hilo foul is on Eric Watry.
And it's going to go on Watry, and that is his first overall. Nathan Stroyford to the line now. He shoots 2. Stroyford 5 of 6 from the free throw line this year heading into this game. And the first shot for him up and good. And that makes it 56-38.
Number 0, Braden Olson.
Braden Olson, Cavell, and Eisenhower check in for the Falcons. And Cleo Kane checks in for Hawaii Hilo. And now it will be Stroyford to shoot one more, and he makes it. And it's 57-38. Howell will inbound, and he's going to hand it off to Callahan. Callahan with the ball across the timeline. Callahan going to Kane. Kane right side. He's going to go to Johnson. Bounces it over to Howell, who then is going to keep it himself, and he heads inside, and he's going to get called for an offensive foul. Or is that just out of bounds? It's just out of bounds. Tough break there for Hilo. Now Cavell with it. Olsen with the ball. Olsen, left side. Olsen coming in. He's going to throw it over far side. Three-pointer on the way. No good for Eisenhower, but Olsen gets the loose ball back for him. Now they work it inside to Miller being double-teamed. Reverse layup is good. Tony Miller with an impressive maneuver inside. He's got 16. 59-38. Callahan going to Johnson. Johnson to Watry. Now Johnson with it. Posting up. Going up right hand. Rims it out. Rebound to Miller. Back the other way we go. It's Olsen. Olsen with the ball now. Olsen coming in. Turns and fires to Eisenhower, who shoots a 3, and he can't make it. Rebound to Johnson. Back the other way we go. Callahan. Callahan coming in. And he's going to kick it out. Three-pointer on the way here, and that's good for Howell. Cameron Howell. 6'5" junior from Tacoma making that one. And it is 59-41. Olsen with the ball, and he's going to give it to Cavell. Gary Cavell. Now Miller. Squirts over to Eisenhower, bounces to Miller. Miller inside. Counted in the foul. Tony Miller scores. He's got 16 for the Falcons, and they're up by 20. And we're waiting to see who this foul was on.
It is good, and the foul on the Vulcans, Devin Johnson.
Foul's on Devin Johnson this time.
Fans, we have a timeout on the floor. Falcons lead.
So Miller with 18 points. And now we get a timeout on the floor with 11:52 to play. And we'll be back in a moment. Well, ready to pick up the action here with 11:52 left in the contest. Falcons rolling right now over Hawaii Hilo, 61-41. And Tony Miller to the line, chance to complete the three-point play, and he makes it. following the foul on Devin Johnson. That was his second personal foul, second of the half on Hawaii Hilo. And the inbound's coming up here, and it's going to go to Riley Callahan. Falcons up 62-41. They lead by 3 full touchdowns over Hilo, and the shot by Watry from mid-range, no good. Rebound going to Olsen. Back the other way we go. Olsen hustling, gives it to Trey Miller, and now he passes left to Eisenhower. Now Olsen. Olsen shimmying and shaking, heading to the right. Now he gives it over to Stroyford, to Hunter Eisenhower for 3, and it rims out, and the rebound gets into the hands of Brook. Now he hands it to Callahan, and Callahan throws it up right hand, no good on a leaner, and the rebound to Cavell. Back the other way we go, Olsen. Olsen coming in. Fakes, turn around, yes. Nice shot from the paint by Olsen, and he's got 4. 64-41, Falcons on top. And now this is Callahan with the ball. And that one goes off Cavell's foot, so they'll just inbound it from the side. And that will allow Will Burkhart with a chance to check in here for Hilo. He checks in for the Vulcans as Cleo Kane will inbound. And he delivers it over to Burkhart. Burkhart with 15 to shoot. He hands it off to Watry. Hands it to Johnson. Johnson bounces it over to Brook. And Brook, turnaround shot is no good. A lot of error there, and the rebound to Stroyford. Ball's handed to Olsen from Cavell, and now he bounces it to Trey Miller, and now it's Stroyford. Over to Eisenhower to Cavell. Cavell working the baseline, driving right, can't make it. Rebound Stroyford. And he tries to kick it out, but the ball's batted out of bounds off Watry. So the Falcons will inbound from the baseline. It looks like Jared Roffler will come in here for Hawaii Hilo. Roffler's a 6'6 junior from Longview, so chance for another local kid to come in and play for Hilo. Trey Miller getting the inbounds, hands it off to Cavell. Gives it to Stroyford on a kick out. Now it's Cavell driving left, stumbles, and as he's tripping and falling, he throws it up and draws the shooting foul, so he'll go to the free throw line here.
The foul is on Jared Roffler.
Foul that time goes on Roffler, and that will be his first. 13 foul and a half on Hilo, and Cavell will go to the line, and he will shoot 2. First shot on the way for him is going to be no good, in and out. 64-41 still. Falcons well ahead of Hawaii Hilo. They lead by 23. Second shot on the way here, up and good. That makes it 65-41, and now Burkhart will get the inbound for Hilo. Falcons by 24. Good shape here. Looking to win their 3rd straight game and sweep their 2 games of the Sodexo Tip-Off Classic, winning last night against Concordia Irvine. And now leading big tonight against Hawaii Hilo. Watry makes that shot from mid-range. Mid-range-ish. He's got 5 points now. Olsen driving left, bounces it inside, and Stroyford can't lay it in. The ball's batted out of bounds. Off the Falcons. And the inbound's coming up here for Roffler. Goes to Burkhart. Will Burkhart. Against Olsen. Bounces it to Roffler. It's left to Burkhart. Now he goes inside. Johnson posting up. Beats the double team with a kick-out pass, and the deep 2 is good for Cleo Kane. And that gets Hilo within 20. So Cleo Kane on the scoreboard for the first time in this contest with those 2 points. Cavell, Eisenhower, touch pass inside to Stroyford, kicks out to Olsen. And now it's Stroyford posting up, works the baseline to Trey Miller, passes batted back to him, and now it's Eisenhower over to Olsen. 5 to shoot. Olsen coming in, gives it to Miller, and Trey Miller makes it from mid-range. So Trey Miller's on the scoreboard for the first time in this contest. 67-45. Falcons up by 22. Still cruising along here as Burkhart gives it over to Watry. Watry coming in, throws it up, no good from mid-range-ish, and now it's going to be Johnson who gets the rebound, tries to post up and turn and score, and he's fouled on the way up.
Foul goes on Nathan Streifert.
It's going to go on Nathan Streifert. That's his second personal.
2 shots for Devin
And
Johnson.
2 shots coming up here for Devin Johnson. And that will be the 5th team foul on the Falcons in this half. So here is Johnson to the line. The first shot for him is going to be up, and it's going to be no good
Streifert's second
as it
foul
rims
on the
out.
Falcons' 5th. 5
And now a lot of substitutions here for the Falcons. Basically a line change here for SPU. 5 new players in. Tony Miller, Gavin Long, Coleman Wooten, Sam Simpson, Nikhil Lazat all check in. So all the starters back in for the Falcons. Grant Leap trying to get them as much playing time as possible here, along with the reserves, of course. And now it's going to be Lazat who takes it after they make the second free throw. Long with it. Now it's Wooten heading to the right. Kind of bobbled the ball, but it gets to Simpson. And Simpson posting up inside, trying to work to his left. Ball's fumbled away, out of bounds. Last touch off the Falcons. With 8:10 to go in the half. And the inbounds here going to Burkhart. 8:10 and counting to go in the game. Now 8:04 and counting. And now it's going to be Watrit. With the Falcons up by 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points. And a little bit of a shove here by Burkhart against Lazat, but no call. And he misses the jumper, and the rebound going to Tony Miller. Lazat to Long to Simpson. Doesn't want to post up. He'll go to Lazat instead. And Lazat heading to the right and to the middle now. Now back to the left. It's going to go to Miller. Tony Miller to Wooten, driving left. And he goes with the left hand, and he puts it in. 69-46. Falcons by 23. Wooten now in double digits. He's got 11. Sam Simpson also in double digits with 14. You've also got Lazat in double digits with 11, and you've got Tony Miller in double digits with 19 on the floor right now for the Falcons. Good distribution of scoring there for SPU as Ruffler takes the 3 and makes it from the right side. And that makes it 69-49 with 6:54 to play. Lazat with the ball, sauntering across the timeline. And Lazat comes in, got hit a little bit. Looks like he's okay. He's going to get back up quickly with the help of his teammates. And it looks like we're going to get a foul here. It's going to go on Hilo. And it's going to go on Burkhart, and that's going to be his second personal foul, 4th team foul of the half. Timeout on the floor with 6:45 left to play. Falcons up 69-49. 20-point cushion here against Hawaii Hilo.
Dining services.
All ready to pick up the action here following the under 8-minute timeout. 6:45 left in the ball game. No shooting foul there on Burkhart before the timeout against Lazat. So the Falcons are left to inbound from the baseline, and after the ball gets deflected out of bounds, we'll do the inbounds play again with 19 seconds to shoot on the 30-second clock. And Cavell throws it to Olsen, and May have a foul here. Nope, it's just going to be another inbounds play. So once more with Feeling, and now it bounces over to Olsen. Olsen trying to cross over, heading to the right now. Olsen throws it over to Cavell. Cavell heading left. Fakes, goes up. No good, but a foul. He'll go to the line. Wait to see who the call's on. It's going to go on Mike Golden. That's his first. Team foul number 5 on Hilo. So the Falcons and Vulcans each with 5 fouls to their name. And Cavell will go to the line. He will shoot 2 shots. And the first shot up and good for him. So Cavell has 5 points for the Falcons. Second shot coming up for Cavell. And that shot is also good. So it's 71-49.
Number 11, Hunter Eisenhower.
Hunter Eisenhower checks in now for the Falcons. He comes in for Long. Inbounds pass here going to Burkhardt. Will Burkhardt will take it. Across the timeline. Burkhardt is going to just scoop it over to Roffler, and he hands it off to Kane, and Kane throws it in to Johnson. Johnson posting up against Paulson, and that's going to go in off the glass.
Devin Johnson.
So Devin Johnson scores, and now it's going to be Olsen with it. Hands it off to Eisenhower, then goes to E.J. Paulson, and now he gives it to Cavell, who drives right, kicks it out to Tony Miller for 3, and that's good from the left side. Tony Miller hits it, and it's 74-51. Falcons in cruise control right now against Hawaii Hilo. Falcons have looked good the last 2 nights, and then the ball's poked free here. Tony Miller scoops it up, and here goes Cavell in transition, and he scores. Falcons up by 25, 76-51, with 5:39 to play. Timeout on the floor, 5:39 left, and maybe not a timeout.
Timeout Falcons, 30 seconds out.
Timeout Falcons. Timeout Falcons, although apparently everybody's breaking their own huddles as if it's not a timeout. So never mind. We keep going here as Kane. Oh, okay, now
it is a full timeout.
We're going to have a full timeout. Who knows what's happening? Falcons up by 25. We know that's happening. So following the timeout, inbounds here going to Anthony Canicia in the game for the first time, and now it's Burkhardt with it, driving right. Burkhardt scores here for Hawaii Hilo.
Burkhardt.
So Burkhardt's on the scoreboard for the first time. And now Olsen with it. Falcons up by 23. They go inside to Paulson. Paulson struggling to keep the ball in his hands because of the pressure applied by Canicia and Burkhardt. Now we get a foul call. Fouls on Burkhardt. That's his third, team sixth. Inbounds pass coming up here. Olsen's got to find somebody in 5 seconds or less. He finds Cavell, and now Cavell's going to hand it off. Olsen heading to the right. Kicks it out to the right, and the three-pointer is good. Hunter Eisenhower hits one from downtown. He's on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. with 5 minutes left to play. 79-53. Falcons on top. In cruise control. Three-pointer on the way here for Kane. That's not even close. Roffler scoops up the loose ball, gets back to Kane, and Kane scores. Leo Kane hits one for 2, and it's 79-55. Olsen, right side's going to hand it to Cavell. Cavell, getting to the left. Paulson. Eisenhower bounces to Paulson. Paulson going up right hand, no good. Rebound to Trey Miller, though. Nice hustle play by him. And now it's going to be Olsen who makes a quick move to the left, drives in. Offensive foul's the call.
No basket.
Offensive foul on Olsen, that's his first.
Foul goes on SBU's Braden Olsen.
So Braden Olsen called for the foul. Each team now has 16 fouls apiece. 4:09 left and counting in the ball game. Canicia over to Burkhardt. Burkhardt going to the left. And he's going to go to Golden for 3, no good. And the rebound to Paulson, back the other way we go. Olsen with the ball now. He's going to go to Eisenhower, back to Olsen. Olsen coming in, now it's Eisenhower. Over to Paulson. Paulson inside. Cavell going up off the bottom of the backboard and out. Ball being bounced around, and it's picked up by Burkhardt. And then the ball's thrown away with 3:38 to go.
Fans, we have another timeout on the floor.
Yeah, we get a timeout on the floor. 79-55. Falcons in cruise control, and we'll be right back.
The SBU Bookstore. And stick around after the conclusion of this game.
3:38 left in the home stretch here in the Sodexo Tip-Off Classic. The Falcons ahead right now, 79-55, as Canicia gets it for Hawaii Hilo. Burkhardt with it against Eisenhower and Paulson. Fakes, and now he goes to the corner. And the shot for a deep 2, no good for Kane. Here comes Olsen in transition, maybe a 2-on-1. Here's Eisenhower, good with the left-hand layup. Hunter Eisenhower scores, 81-55. Falcons rolling here against Hilo. About to win their 3rd game in a row. And that ball poked free, and now Paulson gives it to Olsen, back to Paulson, goes up, and Paulson's on the scoreboard. E.J. Paulson puts it in, and it's 83-55. Falcons with this win are going to be 3-1 on the year, winning their 3rd game in a row. They'll end up 2-0 here this weekend in the Sodexo Tip-Off Classic, and Hawaii Hilo is going to go down to 1-4 on the year. Falcons, of course, have a challenge up ahead of them. They play their next 5 games on the road, and they will not come back and play at home until after Christmas. They play at home on December the 28th against Western Washington, but until then, it's nothing but road games. Van Dyken with it. Over to Olsen. 2:16 to play. Crosses over. Kicks it out. Van Dyken. No good. Rebound Paulson, though. Paulson. Oh, he missed that one for a bucket. But another chance, and he scores. E.J. Paulson scores, and it's 85-57 as we get to the 2-minute mark. And now it's Roffler who hands it off. Golden gets it. And now it's going to be Canicia. Roffler, and now it's Golden. Heading left. Kane. Burkhardt, and now it's Kane, and that's good from the top of the key. 2 points for Kane. He's got a minute 30 to go. For what it's worth, our next home game here at Brome Pavilion for basketball, women's basketball, will be on Wednesday night, as there's a three-pointer for the Falcons. Connor Van Dyken gets himself on the scoreboard for the first time. So everybody trying to get themselves a point or two in this game. Everybody who has played tonight has scored now for the Falcons with that Van Dyken three. It's always good to see from Grant Leap's perspective. Everybody getting a chance to play and everybody scoring. But the next home game for the SPU women will be on Wednesday night at 5 o'clock. So the day before Thanksgiving, we'll be here at Royal Brome Pavilion. And hopefully we'll see you then here on Royal Brome Pavilion or online. You can get the link for our live stream on spufalcons.com. As you see the bucket there by Olsen on the layup with the right hand. 90-59 the score right now. This is probably the last possession of the game for Hilo. Three-point attempt, no good for Golden. We'll see if the Falcons want to run out the clock here. And it's going to be Olsen who will just dribble this ball across the timeline, and I think that's going to be it right there. So 90-59 will be the final. The Falcons are going to win it against Hawaii Hilo, and they go to 3-1 on the year. Until Wednesday night, this is Tom Giovanella saying good night, everybody, from Royal Brome Pavilion in downtown Seattle on the campus of Seattle Pacific University.